Oh, hi! Didn't see you there. My name's Matt, and this is my What's in My Excel. I am a East Coast rookie trying to hunt in Arizona for the first year. So I'm going to start with my layers and just kind of work my way across and give you the rundown of what I've got in my pack so far. To start, I use lightweight First Light Lulanos that I picked up cheap. These are my kind of base layers, and for the heat out here, they work pretty well. I have First Light's Attack Pant. Great for any weather between, I'd say, around 40 degrees and 70 degrees. Afterwards, getting into mid-weight, I actually use a Smart Wool product. It's a little bit cheaper than some other things, and it does its job. And then, since I haven't really got into rain gear, I have my $20 Coleman, and that actually keeps me dry. I keep all this stuff in a Sea to Summit dry bag, and it keeps it pretty condensed and just in the very bottom of my pack. Moving on, I have 2 pairs of socks. I run Darn Tough sock, and they're great. I've hiked upwards of 15 miles a day in these. My feet might sweat, but I just change them out at the end of the day, and it just works great. Boots, I'm using Loa Caminos. They're a little bit heavier than your typical backpacking boot, but they're meant for heavier loads. And so far I've put about 30 miles into them, and I'm really liking them. I'm gonna keep on going. This is my water system. I use the Platypus 3-liter and Sawyer system. It's pretty typical of what seems to be everybody else is running. This is the entire Sawyer kit in here. I'll probably reduce it as I kind of figure out what I want and don't want in my pack. I have a Nalgene. I use this, actually, I mix Pedialyte in it to kind of keep the electrolytes up, and I keep that in my side pack. I have some full-size zip ties. This is just kind of an emergency thing. The other day I was trying to check trail cams, and we actually had a battery pack fall out, and this would have been really useful, so I just added these. You got your suntan lotion, or sunscreen. Yeah, we're not going tanning. Probably going to switch from bottle over to actual cream just for size, but for now on my day hike scouting, that's been my go-to. Moving over, I've got some fresh wipes, and they're good for an end of the day sort of bath, or kind of clean yourself up. And I've got some paracord. This glows in the dark, or at least is easier to see just for emergency. I just purchased my first game bags. These are VM Outdoors, the Hunter set. Very light. I've never used game bags before, so we'll see with those. I can't tell you if good or bad, but definitely looks like a nice product. Got lighters, my 2 headlamps. Just got this Coast 410 lumen headlamp. It was 2 of these for $25, and it works great, so highly recommend. One thing that most people probably don't keep with them, but I love this thing. This is a black diamond lantern, and I don't know if you can see this on the video, but it's extremely bright and great for an area light. I have Outdoor Edge swing blade and an Outdoor Edge grizz knife. This is kind of just if I need to move branches, or even it'll cut through bone. I use a Garmin GPS 64S with Onyx maps. That keeps me from getting lost, which happens quite often, but keeps me back on trail. Probably my favorite piece of my pack is my MSR Pocket Rocket stove. It's actually for 2 people, and it has the stove, pot, all the utensils and everything for 2 people, and it fits all together. It's compact. It works great. I have my emergency kit. This is, I've got a battery pack that'll charge my phone twice. I've got a survival kit that has, I guess it has an emergency blanket, some fire starter, matches, and then I actually keep my hunting tags in here. It just keeps everything nice, cinched together. Got some batteries. And then for my final stuff, I have Vortex Optics. I'm not a millionaire, so I have the Viper HDs. They're a really good product for the price. I've got a Leupold rangefinder, and then I just bought this today. This is a Manfrotto full-size carbon tripod, and I really like it. Haven't used it yet, but I like how it locks, and it seems like it's going to be a great addition to my pack. In the very back, the last thing I'm going to talk about is my sleeping bag, because I hate it. No, it's pretty heavy. It's an Ascend 20T. It's a 20-degree mummy bag, and I actually bought that for car camping. So it's not really great for backpacking, but it'll get the job done. Some of the things that are missing from my pack right now are my sleeping pad, which is actually in the mail, and I'm sure there's some minor things, and then a shelter, but it's a work in progress. As a rookie, I've been learning a lot, just trying to research, and of course my last piece is the 3500, which I love. It's the comfiest backpack I've ever used. So anyway, this is my what's in my EXO, and if you learned anything or have any questions, feel free to ask.